Yeah, from today onwards, we configure EWM org structure. EWM org structure. Okay. The highest org element is warehouse. Means warehouse number. Highest org element. Okay. This thing. This is 4-digit code. 4-digit code. Okay. This one. Highest org element. And here we define it directly. Copy from standard reference warehouse. SAP given reference standard reference warehouse. Reference is 0001 or BC sets. Okay. These are the possible ways to create the warehouse number. Okay. We will check in the system. And this EWM system also, just like our ECC environment, we have SPRO and the implementation guide, IMG setup and etc. Okay. This thing. Go to SPRO. IMG stands for implementation guide. Okay. Here,
Are we checking?
Pardon?
Are we checking this on HANA or
No,
AWM
SPM.
HANA system?
No, not HANA. Maybe in at middle or before ending our session, I will give 2 sessions with that environment. Okay.
Oh, okay.
We are in a 2 system environment. One is ECC and another one is AWM. Yeah. Please meet yourselves. Go to SEM Extended Warehouse Management. Extended Warehouse Management. Here we have the node, first node master data. Go to here. Define warehouse numbers. If we want to define manually, we can maintain here. Okay. Say for example, AIPL, just I am entering, defining. Okay. Define. Just I am giving some this one. Okay. Define warehouse number. And the second option is BC sets. Second option is BC set. Okay. For that, transaction code is SCPR 20. Okay. And in real-time projects, nobody can give us authorization for this transaction. SCPR 20. SCPR 20 transaction code. Here, all EWM relevant BC sets starts with SCWM. SC stands for supply chain. WM stands for warehouse management. Just I have given star SCWM star, executing it. Maximum number of hits by default it's 100 is there, but ours is some around 600. Okay, see here, all these are the BC sets, and we need to find out the warehouse number. See here, DE, like warehouse is last, we can get W. See here, this one, warehouse number. Just activating it. Here we can give value AIPL. Some there I have given some define or something, some sample text. Okay, copy values. Just overwriting. It will ask overwrite all the data. If not there, it will create a new one. Just assume. Okay, the activation successfully completed. If we go to the details, overall view, scroll down, the same path, IMG path, extended warehouse management, master data, define warehouse numbers. Okay, this thing. This is the BC set. This is updating in this table. Okay, field name is LG num. Default value is 0001. 0001 is SAP defined. Now, if we go to the transaction, SPRO, IMG, SEM extended warehouse
Sir, here
management.
only Sir, here only code and description are there now, sir. What is the use of copying from 0001? Is there any dependent tables?
This is not copying. This is the BC set, second option.
Okay. Okay. Third option is copying
Copying.
from
Yeah.
triple.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. Go to extended warehouse management. Just we are checking what are the possible ways.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Master data, define warehouse numbers. AIPL. See here. It is replaced with actually I have given some define when I configuration is BC set is configured, that by default overwriting it and central warehouse it is coming. Okay. And if we want to go with the first option or second option, see internal structures or any control parameters, everything we need to do configure manually each and everything. See here, define warehouse number control, one field is there, some controls. It is not appearing here. Yeah, it will appear, but nothing is there, no field values, nothing is there, nothing is there. Okay, we need to assign manually. If we go with define or BC set or etc. for every node, its own BC set available. Okay, that one. Otherwise, SAP is recommending that to copy from the 0001. To copy from the 0001. If we copy some internal org structure, also copy. Control parameters also copy into our new warehouse, and we clean the data. Means some most of the data we cannot use in our operations. That time, what we will do? Go to the respective nodes and clean the data. That is calling as a data cleansing. Okay. See here, define storage type. The next level org structure within the warehouse. Say I have defined one AIPL warehouse. If I go to storage type, I cannot find out any
One question related
storage
to
types. Yeah, please.
warehouse number. We have both options, BC set and warehouse copy.
Correct.
In regular, in real time, we will copy through the
0001.
001 or BC set.
0001.
Okay, so all the copy controls like number ranges, all those things we will accept, or how? What are the fields it's going to copy during 001?
Yeah, if we wait for 2 minutes, so we will see in live. Okay, not yet we went there.
Fine, okay.
Yeah, go to define storage type, AIPL. Nothing is there. Nothing is there. Okay, now we will go with the third option, that is the SAP recommended option. Go to the cross processing settings. Here, cross processing settings. Copy warehouse number customizing. Here, click on source warehouse number 111. Destination warehouse number is VIPL. AIPL. Copy it. There is already data for destination warehouse number. Do you want to continue and override this data? Yes. Data means only that description is there. That is asking override. Nothing is there apart from that. Yeah, here, see here, some 10% of table read and all settings are going to copy. This is the
Total org
regular
structure
package.
will
Yeah,
total org structure will be copied, sir. Storage type, storage section, all this.
yeah, sir. I think you are in 2-3 minutes advance, sir.
Okay, okay, sure.
Okay, now I copied it. Just enter. Now come to master data. Define warehouse numbers. AIPL. This is there. Okay, I'm changing it to our description. Now, sometime back we went and see there. Define warehouse number control. Select AIPL. See here.
Kesav,
All this.
Kesav, you got
Yeah, please.
Kesav, you got disconnected before. Can you please come again?
No, yeah. Just we copied from the 0001 warehouse, Raghu.
Yeah, that is what I mean. Okay,
Yeah.
I mean after that, I mean you said something and we
Yeah.
missed. I
Yes.
mean
Yes.
one.
Yes. 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 Just we have the change in the description. We have. Okay. This. Now see here. If we go to yes, please.
One question. When you first initially you define warehouse number, that time you gave this AIPL and then description was test.
Correct. Correct. Correct.
And later you copied from BC set and then again the description got overwritten and then
Yes. Yes.
again we can make those changes again and again.
Yeah, depends on our requirement, whatever it may be. We are not running a regular project, right? We are practicing whatever I can
No,
keep.
that's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, in real time also. You know, my question is, in real time also, can we overwrite
Yes,
the
yes, yes,
description?
yes, exactly.
As per
Description,
our-
yeah. Only that is description, text field. Nothing is there. Some that 30 characters or 20 characters description field is there. Not we are not
No,
using.
yeah,
Say, for example, plant is there. Plant name, whatever we can change, but code is same, right? Like this.
yeah.
Okay, go to here. This one. Okay. Now come to define warehouse number control. AIPL. See here. All the properties means control parameters are copied into this AIPL. Earlier it was blank. Okay. Now we have copied from the 0001. Now go to define storage type. Just to check everything is copied or not. Go to define storage type and warehouse. Warehouse number. See here. Some 46 storage types are copied into this AIPL. Okay, from that 0001. Okay, this thing. Like this is one of the option. One of the option. The highest arg element is the warehouse number within the EWM. The next one is define warehouse number control. Keep aside for some time this. Okay, I will explain you later, maybe tomorrow. Define warehouse number control. Go to here. Select our AIPL. Here some control parameters are there. Weight unit. What is the weight unit in your warehouse? Okay, depends on country. Say for example, in United States, they are using some LBs or whatever it may be. Some Europe side kgs. Okay, if anything other weight unit is there, that is common, but Please note that alternate unit of measurements also will work in the warehouse. Just by default weight unit, that one, kgs or whatever it may be. Alternate unit of measurements. You can use tons. You can use some other weight units. You can use lbs also. If you maintain some 2.4 lbs is equal to some kgs or whatever it may be. Okay, there is no restriction. There is no deviation. Volume unit meter cube, the same apply for meter cube also. If you want, you can use inches or whatever it may be as a alternate of unit of measurement. Weight unit, volume unit, currency, the same. You can use INR, UUR, or whatever it may be. System can calculate exchange rates automatically. Okay, and time unit, minutes or seconds or etc. We have these things, weeks, years, whatever it may be, we can use. And unit of length, meters or centimeters, whatever we can use. And factory calendar here. And say at plant level also there is provision to maintain the factory calendar. At warehouse level also factory calendar option is there. Okay, see, assume that plant is in the heart of the city, center of the city, warehouse is in outskirts. During some festivals in the city, that people will have holidays, but not outskirts, just like our Ganesh Jayanti or whatever it may be. Take that example as a this thing. Okay, and say in the plant, higher officials will sit and warehouse supervisors or workers and these things. Plant is working for the 5 days and the warehouse is working for the 7 day. Assume that scenario means those holidays and etc defined by the factory calendar itself. Now, if anybody can getting doubt during the inbound deliveries and outbound deliveries, how it will happen, that will stop at ECC level. If you have 5 day week calendar at ECC level, you are going to do the inbound delivery or outbound delivery within the ECC only, so that may not impact into our EWM warehouse. Okay, this thing. And coming to here, some topics are there: exception wave, replenishment, stock type, and etc. During the processes wise, that time we will come back here and discuss. And warehouse process type, some default process types are there, we will discuss during the warehouse process type along with the processes. And procedures also we will discuss later. Now, EWM is the flexibility to connect with the ECC at high end, means top of the EWM we have the ECC environment. Apart from that, it is possible to connect our EWM below end, low end also. Say I am going to explain one scenario. I am using the warehouse. I want to get my handling units or products weight from digital weighing machines. I want to connect those to my EWM warehouse. See, for example, if I keep if I keep any handling unit or product in any of the digital weighing machine, that should be captured in our EWM system. Means some interface is required for that one. Means on below the EWM we have separate system called some digital weighing machine or whatever it may be. That kind of interfaces, if you require, this should be active, linked to subsystems. Okay, weighing machines or weigh bridges and etc. That is also possible. If you don't want to use anything, just link not active. Okay, and default printer here we can maintain as for the normal LP01 or LOCL or whatever it may be. And here control for SIF. Okay, once after maintaining the product master, after distributing the product master, you will get the idea regarding this control for SIF. Okay, this one, standard behavior SCM CIF is the by default generation of product master, warehouse and entity view is the one option. Okay, you will get a clarity once after we discuss the product master. Now, one thing is there, default description, something transportation management. If you are going to connect with the TM, you can use this. And here, this is one control parameter is there, travel distance calculation. Activate travel distance calculation. See, in warehouse, how we calculate the timings, manpowers, and how many hours he worked, what is his utilization, what is in, efficiency in terms of put away picking. Apart from that, say reception is nearby to the door, one of the corner bin is some 200 meters far away from here. Okay, if I want to calculate his utilization in our warehouse, it would require to go with calculate the distance, how much distance he traveled, means that can be starting point, reception point to this final destination, mean that length. Say if he do 10 picks, 10 picks, 10 into 300, 3000 meters, again he is coming back to reception, 3000 plus 3000, 6000 meters or 6000 feet he traveled. Okay, and we need to time calculation, how that is the distance. Okay, time calculation, what we do, we segregate our resources into different groups, put away group or picking group or internal movement group or packing group or whatever it may be. Out of that group is nothing but the resources or some persons. Okay, out of those group, the lowest person's velocity is the default velocity for entire group, lowest velocity. Say within that group, some 50%, 50 years old resource also there, 25 years youngster also there. We cannot go with velocity of 25 years old youngster. As per the rule, 55 years old person's velocity. Okay, that the for that some engineered labor standards are available in journals. Okay, with that companies will calculate the velocity of a person or resource or whatever it may be. Okay, if I want to go to calculate that travel distance, we can activate this button. And one more is there, Euclidean. There are two types to calculate the total travel distances. One is Euclidean, another one is the Manhattan. Euclidean is just like our Pythagoras. Euclidean distance. This is the Euclidean distance. Say here, any person is traveled. This is the way he went like this and again reached the destination. If it's Euclidean calculation, just we can use this distance just like our Pythagoras. Okay, another one is Manhattan distance. See here, if anybody is reached this one, this green color is the Euclidean. First he traveled here, next he traveled here, next he traveled, like entire distance it will be calculating. Okay, but ultimately final word is nobody is using in entire world. Okay, for your idea I am telling. Okay, the
Hello, Reddy sir.
yeah, please.
Sorry to interrupt. You mentioned link via ALE interface, right?
Yes, exactly.
So is this the same link what we use when we connect it to a TM, third-party TM system?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So you mean to say all the shipments, whatever it is created in
Yes.
EWM system,
Yes.
it will be transferred to third-party TM system with this?
Yes, exactly. Say for example, XPS one is there. Okay, to calculate XPS or DHL company also they are using some interface to connect with our SAP systems or non-SAP systems. If we go this, actually XPS is one of the SAP's package. Okay, some other packages also available. If we calculate if we connect our EWM system to that subsystems, what DHL people enter, we enter the shipment details in their system. Okay, DHL system automatically that information come back to our EWM system. Who is the ship to member, who is the ship to, and what is the shipment number, what is the dock number, and etc. etc. That details also we will capture in EWM if we go with a small kind of this thing what customizations, that is also possible. Yes, exactly. This is
How the
what,
data gets transferred, sir? Is it through some IDOC or something,
yeah,
or
various options are there. PI or PO is one of the option. Another one is IDOCs. Yeah, various
IDOCs?
options. Yeah,
In real time, if you connect AWM to a TM,
yeah,
usually they use IDOCs like to transfer. Okay. Thank
yeah.
you.
IDOCs itself. Yeah, is it SAP TM or non-SAP TM?
Non-SAP TM.
Non-SAP
Like,
TM, yeah. Non-SAP
like
TM or
Europe.
PO? PI PO.
Okay, because most of the third party, they use transportation management
Correct.
differently, and they use some
Correct.
handheld devices. So they
Yeah.
have to transfer from shipments from here to third party.
Yeah, correct. Means in that case, PI is one option, and the third one, actual the mechanism between that is BAPI function modules can get the data from the EWM and push out to the system, okay, and collect the incoming data and validate in our EWM. Yeah, PI is
Okay.
also one option, IDOC also one option.
So to conclude, the linkage between transportation management and EWM,
Yep.
we should also involve ABAP and PI as well, right?
Yes,
In between.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Now I am coming to the middle one, assign warehouse number. During define warehouse numbers, okay, anywhere did we maintain the address? No. Anywhere did we maintain any address here? No. Then how to maintain the address? How to validate within the system? Either, say for example, one vehicle is coming to my warehouse. I want to enter details of that vehicle or transportation unit. Okay, either it is reaching the correct warehouse or not. How the system can validate? Okay, here that is geographical considerations. Geographical consideration, but here we are not finding any kind of address. Okay, unlike plant, then how we maintain the address for warehouse? Here we are going to talk about a concept called supply chain unit. Supply chain unit. The supply chain unit is a location, means physical location, which is having address and geographical information. Geographical information. This one, location. Okay, and location means location types also available. Normally location type is 1008 for the supply chain unit. At supply chain unit level, we have the address and business attributes. Say for example, my warehouse is acting as a goods receipt office. My warehouse is acting as a goods receipt office. Goods receipt office means that is one kind of attribute. Within the supply chain unit, we use the goods receipt office attribute. Say mine is shipping office also. Shipping office also. That is also business attribute. Okay, we maintain in the supply chain unit and assign to the warehouse. The main important is if I want to assign a supply chain unit to my warehouse, that should be attributed as a warehouse. The supply chain unit, that is INV. Okay, like we maintain the business attributes and addresses against our supply chain unit and assign to our warehouse. That we can see. This is one part. If we want to go with supply chain unit, one more option is there. Assume that my plant and warehouses are in same location. Anyhow, yesterday we distributed some plant into the EWM. My question is it not possible to use the same location? Same location means 1001 is there. Same location as a supply chain unit? Yes, it is also possible. If we want to create a separate supply chain unit, location type is 1008. Otherwise, we can able to use our location within the brackets plant. I'm writing plant location as a supply chain unit. As a supply chain unit. Both options I will show you. Go to here. This supply chain unit is pure master data, that is client dependent, and we cannot generate any transportation request against the supply chain unit. Go to easy access, extended warehouse management, master data. The first one is the maintain supply chain unit. Maintain supply chain unit. Go to here. Say I want to use my plant as a supply chain unit. This one create already there. Change it here. This is the general and this is the addresses. Okay. Under alternative, already one business attribute is there. PLOC, plant planning location, means that is plant. If I want to use as a supply chain unit, go to here, click on this button, go to here. You can select shipping office, GR office, and warehouse. GR office and warehouse, and assign to our EWM warehouse. If we want to go with, I am adding attributes. Shipping office. Okay, these are this one. Okay, this is normal plant. If I want to go with my new supply chain unit, select 1008 location type, this one, warehouse, create. Okay, here you can maintain. Go to address. You can maintain some supply, whatever the required address we can maintain. Okay, this thing. Go to alternative. I am not maintaining any business attribute, just saving it. Now I am trying to assign the supply chain unit to my warehouse. What will happen? We can check. Go to IMG path. Assignment of supply chain unit under SPRO settings. Go to SPRO. SCM extended warehouse management. Extended warehouse management. Master data. Assign warehouse numbers. Go to here. AIPL is my warehouse. New entries. Supply chain unit. AIPL first. We try with AIPL. It is data was saved. Why? Because within the AIPL business attribute, this is there. INV is their warehouse. Now AIPL underscore SCU. This one. This error. Supply chain unit AIPL underscore SCU does not have business attribute warehouse. Okay, you go there and maintain this one. Conclusion is, if I want to use whatever it may be the location, even shipping point also, we can assign the business attribute and assign to our EWM warehouse. The warehouse SEU purpose is to provide some address for our warehouse and to provide some business attributes like this is the goods receipt point, this is the shipping point, and etc. etc. Okay, this error we will get if we maintain the business attribute INV, that will allow. Come to here, this one change.
Sir, INV is mandatory in whatever the case it may be.
Yeah, that's what system is saying also, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, goods receipt point, shipping office, this one. Okay, now system allow. Why? Because we maintain the INV. INV is mandatory, sir. Okay, come back, complete the transaction, complete node. Again, we will go. Now it is allowed. Some message will come. Say, for example, this is only one-time activity. Supply chain unit. We cannot change. Okay. Say changing the warehouse assignment while transactional data exists, like deliveries or whatever it may be, could result in the fact that this data can no longer be selected or processed. Say, for example, supply chain unit is one of the control parameter which is associated with the deliveries. If I change, say, for example, some deliveries are there with me already in the system, we cannot change that. Say, in realistic, also assume that in Miapur, Hyderabad, one warehouse is there. Okay. Say, I want to change some address, I cannot go to change the entire physical location. Just in the records, I can change the address. Just like for supply chain unit also, what we will do, supply chain unit is remain same. And if I want to change the address, just go to that master data supply chain unit in the address tab, we will update the new address. Okay, these things that may not impact, but assignment of the entire supply chain unit may cause for some subsequent errors. Okay, this thing if deliveries are existed, that is it is saying. Okay, data was saved. Now some terminology is there: custodian and party entitled to dispose. Custodian and party entitled to dispose. First we talk in generally. One cold storage is there in rural area. One cold storage. This cold storage owner is responsible for loading activities, unloading activities, and etc. etc. That we know. Okay, cold storage is there. That owner is responsible for loading or unloading or whatever it may be. Internal movements, maintaining the temperatures, everything can taken care by the cold storage owner itself. Okay, that is if we compare, if we come with EWM, the party means person or org structure or org structure which is responsible for the loading activities, unloading activities, maintaining warehouse, and etc. etc. That is called as a custodian. Custodian. Okay, that party is custodian. Now again we go to the cold storage. One sec, hold on, please. Yes. Say, coming to the cold storage, some nearby villages persons are keeping their products into our warehouse. Okay. Just they came and keep their products in our cold storage and they pay some rent to this custodian. Okay, now my question is that custodian himself can able to sell the product of farmers? No. Actual his responsibility is once the product is come, unloading, loading, internal movement, arranging the products. This is his responsibility. He is not the right person to sell the products. Okay. Still, the ownership is with that farmer only. Just like, just like in warehouse also, mechanism is there. Some plants are connected to that warehouse. One plant is supplying one data, another plant one kind of products, another plant is supplying another products, not supplying, keeping their products in warehouse. Or else only one plant is associated with my warehouse. That plant is stored in my warehouse. Then how the system can identify that this product belongs to this plant? This product. Say one plant is there that is keeping some 1000 laptops in the warehouse. Then how the system can identify this laptops belongs to that plant? For that, one concept is called party entitled to dispose. Party entitled to dispose. One concept is called party entitled to dispose. Wherever I move that product, that is associated with that product. Without the party entitled to dispose, we cannot find out a single product within the warehouse. Without party entitled to dispose, we cannot find out a single product in the warehouse. Every product is having with at least one party entitled to dispose. Why I used at least word means that is mandatory. Say for example, HP laptops are there. I am running electronics warehouse. Hyderabad plant also keeping laptops in my Jahirabad warehouse. Pune plant also keeping the HP laptops in the same Jahirabad warehouse. Then product is same. Then how the system can differentiate this HP laptop belong to Hyderabad plant, this HP laptops belong to Pune plant? Means with reference to party entitled to dispose only. Wherever the product is moves within the warehouse, that is associated with party entitled to dispose. Then what are those? One sec, hold on, please. Yes. What
Yeah,
are
here
those?
one question here actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please. Yeah.
So when actually the transfer order is created, once we have created this task or something, this order,
Okay.
so in that order we are able to see the warehouse number and plant details are also there, and warehouse address also there. In that warehouse also we have attributes also. So
No.
again we are defining PED here. So
Yeah.
because every information is available in the order, but still we are maintaining this PED.
PED means what is your understanding? Just since 5 to 8 minutes we are discussing this PED. What is your understanding regarding the PED?
This is actually what I understood is whoever is dispatches that particular materials to the customer. So he is having some identification to identify that particular product. This is the source of material, and from there it is coming actually.
Okay. Yeah. Coming to here, plant number is not available within the EWM in any transaction. Plant number is not available. Okay, if we compare with ECCWM, in ECCWM we have transfer equations, transfer orders, all are in same system, so we can find out the plant numbers are there. But we are working with a decentralized system. Within the EWM we cannot find out the plant field in any transactions. In any transaction, the only is the party entitled to dispose. Okay, got it, sir? Plant we cannot consider. This plant is there, this plant is there. In terms of the plant, we consider the party entitled to dispose. Then what is meant by party entitled to dispose is that is a plant vendor. That is a plant vendor. Plant vendor. Plant vendor means we create one vendor within the ECC system and assign our plant to that vendor and distribute into the EWM, and we will use that plant a vendor as a party entitled to dispose. This is the connectivity to ownership of the products between warehouse and plant. Got it? Not direct plant. Okay, not direct plant. Okay, party entitled to dispose is a business partner. Party entitled to dispose is a business partner. Custodian also a business partner. Just we create some business partners and assign as a custodian and party entitled to dispose within the EWM. And third one is there. Now any consultant was there, they should get one question. Owner is there. One concept. Before discussing owner, okay. Say one plant is there.
Just a moment. Okay. Sorry for disturbance. Actually,
Yep.
I am just recapping earlier session, because when we have shift that plant and shipping point and storage location, this is information is already shift to EWM. Again, we are telling that in plant we are not able to see in the orders.
Yeah, orders that
So
cannot available in terms of this one. Say okay, yes, for your this thing I will come. Okay, my EWM is connected to two ERP systems. From ERP system, one plant is there. The second ERP system, same plant is available here. Okay, this, but we will treat some enhancement and create as a separate this one. Okay, but in that scenario, one sec, I will come in a right direction to you. Okay. Yeah, one plant is there that is connected to EWM warehouse, but the document ECC documents are separate, EWM documents are separate. Plant is a org structure within the ECC that is treating as a location within the EWM system. As for your question, you are expecting either is it not possible to use the same location in the EWM transactions like a transfer order or transfer requisition. Okay, that is not possible here in the EWM, and we cannot see any plant within the transactions. We see the highest level org element EWM warehouse and storage type, storage bins, and product. Along with the product, party entitled to dispose we can see in every transaction. What is the party entitled to dispose? That is nothing but the plant vendor. What is the plant? EWM location. This is designed like this. Instead giving the legacy systems or remote systems org structure in these systems transactional data, they have given this option as party entitled to dispose. Got it?
yeah, fine, thanks.
Yep. Now one more question. My plant is connected to EWM warehouse. I am keeping my products. The products are associated with party entitled to dispose. But I am dealing with consignment plant, consignment stock. I am dealing with consignment stock. Some other vendor is keeping some stock in my plant. Okay, my plant is connected to EWM warehouse. That consignment stocks ownership belongs to which one? The third party vendor, not our plants. Until unless we withdraw the consignment stock, we are not the owners of that third party stock. Okay, then how this kind of scenario can treat if my plant is connected to EWM warehouse? One more terminology is there, owner. One more terminology is there, owner. If we want to deal with the consignment stocks in my plant, owner and party entitled to disposes both are separate in the transactions. Both are separate. Owner would be the consignment vendor. Party entitled to dispose is plant vendor. Owner is the consignment vendor. Party entitled to dispose is the plant vendor. If that is not the consignment stock, what will happen? Owner and party entitled to dispose both are the plant vendor. Got it, sir? Any doubts here? Owner, to understanding the owner. This is differ if the stock is a consignment stock. Okay. If not, PED is equal to owner. Okay. These ones. Next. Now we require business partners to maintain as a party entitled to dispose and this custodian and etc. These are the normal vendors in ECC. Just we create in ECC and distribute into EWM system. Okay, we create one this thing. What?
Here actually, yeah, coming
Yeah,
to owner here, yeah, coming to owner.
yeah,
So there are certain third-party orders and consignment orders also there.
yep.
So in that case, owner will be responsible for that.
Not responsible. Owner is the owner. Party entitled to dispose only responsible to sell that.
Okay.
Yeah. See, if you go to Forum Mall or say in Forum Mall Central, one store is there or Lifestyle is there. What the people do? They sell different kinds of brand like PP Jones or whatever it may be. Okay, that companies can keep representatives in the Central Mall or Lifestyle Mall or whatever it may be. Okay, they only the responsible to sell that one. Just this Central Mall people is observing either the stack is moving or not, like this thing, but we cannot see in front end, but that is happening in that store is keeping different companies products. They only they sell these things. Okay, apart from that, if assume that Big Bazaar is there, Big Bazaar is belongs to some group, feature group, they have their own brands. Okay, and they are selling some other brands also. Other brands owner is other brand owner, but party entitled to dispose is this feature group. Coming to their feature groups own brands, this company only the owner and party entitled to dispose and etc etc. The same thing we can apply for EWM warehouse also. Got it? Consignment stocks.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here you are saying three terms: custodian, party entertained to dispose, and owner. Three terms we
Yes,
need to.
exactly. Custodian take care of the loading, unloading activities, and everything maintenance of EWM warehouse. Party entitled to dispose is stocks responsible person to this one, and owner is this can comes if the stock is consignment. If we do not deal with any consignment stock, party entitled to dispose is equal to consignment. Party entitled to dispose is equal to owner. That is the rule. Okay, now one sec, hold on, please. Yeah, some days back, somebody disturbed. I told that to refresh the system. Just I am checking some setup, sir. If any errors we can get, I will explain. Just keep it. Yeah, to this one B and A. Just I am checking some things are not relevant to our class. Let, sorry, last weekend. Z. A few days back, we were getting some BP transfer errors against some kind of vendor account groups. That I am checking. At that time, I told them to refresh the data XX. Okay, we will try. If not, we can use normal. Yeah, I am going to create one vendor XK01 with account group VE and AIPL PED party entitled to dispose. Just I am creating AIPL PED party entitled to dispose. Set term this one country. And just ensure the required data. Okay, one vendor is created. Now we need to assign a plant to this one. How? Go to MK02. This one. Go to select the purchasing data, extras, additional purchasing data. Here we need to assign the plant. Means this is the plant vendor. Save it. Okay. I am distributing this to EWM system. AIPL-PED. Nothing but through this integration models CFM1 and CFM2. CFM1 model name. This is the free text field. Okay. Say for example 31st or I am giving like this AIPL-PED model name. Application PED I am giving free text. But logical system should be the correct one. Now vendor is the material independent data. Select here, click on here. Here AIPL hyphen PED is my vendor. And see this checkbox options are there. Either by default blank is there if we want to create a location with reference to vendor, that is blank, or only business partner we should have to one. And if I want to create business partner as well as location, we prefer both. Okay, why location against the vendor? That is my question. Say if we use the route determinations or whatever it may be, that is mandatory. Okay, that is mandatory. Location is the mandatory. In our case, I am using as a only create business partners. Execute it. Generate. One integration model is generated. Okay, this thing. Now activate it. CFM2. Activate. By default, latest one come by default here. Okay, go to here. Start. We can check whether it is working or not. Some 3 days back, all are getting some errors due to some corruption. Yeah, now it's fine. I told them to refresh the system, EWM system. That's what in every batch we are saying that don't change any high level settings that may impact to everyone. Okay, now we are getting some.
Here one question in real time.
Yeah.
So customer vendors will be created as and when required to the business in ECC.
Correct.
So materials also.
Yeah.
So once they have created in the ECC, let's take example 1 lakh customers are created in ECC.
Yep.
Or 1 lakh materials are created in ECC.
Yeah.
So how system will understand our EWM system to extend these materials to EWM system?
First
automatically system should understand because
no. That's not correct. Say for example 1 lakh vendors are there. Okay, actually the vendor is maintained at a company code level, purchase org date level, and general data level. In the general data we have the address company code level that is there. And out of the purchase organization level, say assume that some 1 lakh vendors are there. All 1 lakh vendors, are you dealing with the EWM managed plant?
Yes.
Okay. Then the system can propose these vendors need to be distributed to the EWM and this thing. Yes, this what IT team or master data team, they can extract the data from the system and they can validate before moving into the EWM. Before moving into the EWM, there is no automation. If vendors are associated with this plant, those can be automatically transferred into the EWM. There is no automation and there is no validation from system end. That team should extract the data and validate in Excel sheets and then required to distribute into the EWM. Okay.
Actually, in general, it is actually gap. So if you take, let's take one example for ECC with DWM.
Yeah.
So what they are doing in that once they have created the materials through BD10, it will replicate it to DWM system. So in that case, BD10 is a batch job backend. They are scheduling and it is running through the batch job.
BD10. What is
So
BD10?
yeah. BD10 for materials, it is going to transport from ECC to DWM box
EWM.
through message type,
Oh,
landmass message type. Yeah.
okay. Maybe within that background job, they built one their custom program to select the vendors which are in link to this plant. One background job they have selected. Customization program is they have incorporated, it seems. Okay, customization means some logic is there, some logic who is developed, our technical consultant. There is no one
Yeah.
thing BD10 you are saying, I never seen in my experience. What is this? We can check. We never use that also. BD10. Okay, here send material.
Here you will enter. Yeah. Here you will enter all the
Okay,
materials.
okay, yeah.
Lot of materials will be there. Message type will be there.
I think they have developed some
This is IRA.
custom programs. They have custom programs. Which version they are using?
7.0 only.
7. Not 7.0. 7.0 onwards we have
So
RFCs and this one SIF models and etc.
in ECC DWM it is actually not EWM.
DWM. Oh, the
Yeah.
DWM I don't aware of that, sir. I think I'm thinking you are asking in EWM. I don't know about this. If you want to go with EWM, uh, we should have to use this CFM1 and CFM2. Okay, and validated data is through some any customizations or manually extracting the data and validating the data. Anything is possible in
So if
yeah.
yeah, if this yeah, in this case, automation, how it will happen? My question is how it will automate it, because system should understand, because every time business will not think, yeah, whether replication of the master data is replicated or not in that way. So some batch job will be there. Is any program enhancement is required for this? Because this is the serious concern from the business actually.
Okay,
So all times errors will it will get.
got it. Yeah, got it.
Sir, can we use change pointers and we can automate something?
Yes, exactly. That's what we are going to discuss. Say implementation. That's what. During the implementation, okay, one time we move the plants or vendors or customers during these implementations through this if model or whatever it may be. During the support environment, if you want to create any new master data, if you want to move into the EWM system, okay, depends on your value. Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Tomorrow we will discuss. I am stopping the session. Okay. Tomorrow I will explain. If you want to go with automation, that is also possible through customizations. I will explain you tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.